Good morning, boys and girls. Happy Monday. I hope that you are having a good start to May at home. As you can see in the background, I'm actually doing a recording at school today. So I came to do some work here on Saturday and wanted to do a recording here at school because it is a place that we should all be. And sadly, we aren't. But I thought it would be fun for you to see at least back here, some of those creations that you helped make and be beauty makers in our classroom. So remember, see it and be seen. Our deep hope is to identify, imitate, and celebrate Christ's characteristics together. So think it today about how you can imitate Christ's love, his patience, his self-control, his anger. Some of those things that maybe you are having a hard time with at home. Think about how Jesus acted here on earth. He walked in our shoes. And so think about how he acted and then ask for him to give you strength to continue on and do the things that you need to do today. All right, to start science, you get to do a lima bean experiment. So all your directions are in your learning packet, but each of you should have gotten a baggie with a paper towel and a lima bean inside. So follow those directions. You need to get your paper towel a little bit damp, not soaking wet, but damp. So get a little wet, wring it out, and then you can put that up. You'll need to put it up on a window. This is what it would look like at school. I've never made these fun little greenhouses, but that's a definite art project that you could do at home if you want to make a little greenhouse for your lima bean. And make sure you draw what it looks like in your science notebook and add that into your table of contents. So you can send me pictures about how your lima bean is progressing from day to day if you would like to give me some updates. All right, reading this week, you're going to read through the Treasures book, pages 368 and 369 to become familiar with our new vocabulary words. Then page 227 and 228 for practice pages. So the first one, it says, read each word, then circle the word that rhymes with it. We're working on some rhyming with writing this week too for poems. So it's really important for you to know that all words that rhyme are not spelled the same way. Some are, but some aren't. So you're really going to have to pay attention. Don't just say, oh, there's an EA in it, so it's going to make the same sound. Or, oh, there's an ERE, so it's going to make the same sound. Pay attention, do your best. Then you're going to go over your new vocabulary words. There's 5 of them to go over. Figure out where they go for 1 through 5, and then write a new sentence using 2 of the words. So you're going to write one sentence with 2 of your vocabulary words. All right, for writing, I'm going to show you a slideshow for rhyming poems. All right, so for rhyming poems, this is in your packet, and you could also access it, but I'm going to just quick run through it with you. In rhyming poems, you usually only need to rhyme the last word of each line. So in other words, you don't need to make as many rhymes as possible. Don't write the fat cat with the hat sat with the bat on the mat, and that was that. Instead, try rhyming just the last word of each line like this. My family has a cat. He's really, really fat. He sat on Daddy's hat. Now Daddy's hat is flat. Okay? So that's just an example. There are a bunch of other examples. I have a little frog. His name is Tiny Tim. I put him in the bathtub to see if he could swim. So this first one has the same kind of word family at the end of each line. Whereas this one, they do it, it's an A, B, C, B poem because just the second and fourth lines rhyme. And then down here too, he drank up all the water, he gobbled up the soap. And when he tried to talk, he had a bubble in his throat. So just the soap and the throat rhyme on there. So try to do some looking at the poems today. See if you come up with some ideas. For phonics today, you're going to use your syllaboards. There's going to be a video to watch for phonics today, a separate one, so you're more than welcome to watch that to help you out. Spelling, this is our last week of spelling. I can't believe it. We are on week 24 in your Super Speller. So you have one final week left. And then if you need to work on that Super Speller, if you're behind, just take your time. You can work on that until the end of school. All right, for Bible, you're going to practice your memory verse, which is Ruth 1, verse 16. And then I want to look at today a new unit that you guys are going to be learning about just this week, the journeys of Paul. And you're going to start by reading about how Paul and Barnabas were sent on a journey. So there is a map I'm going to show you. Okay, so you are going to start today learning about how Paul and Barnabas started off in Antioch. This one over here, Antioch, Syria. So they start here, and then they travel, and you're going to actually use, I'm not going to do it on here, but you're going to choose a color. And that color is going to show their first missionary journey that they go on. So they're going to go from Antioch all the way to the island of Cyprus. So they had to take a boat, right? They go across, they walk across Cyprus to Paphos. From Paphos, you're going to go to Perga. Now, Perga, I forgot to add to your map. So make sure you add Perga onto your map. And then from there, you're going to go up to Antioch, Pisidia. Okay? So again, Antioch, Syria, over to Cyprus, across to Paphos, up to Perga, and then up to the Antioch, Pisidia. Okay? So this is just going to help you understand how much area they ended up traveling across, and how the word of God was spread with Paul and Barnabas. And they had a lot of adventures that they ended up going on. There were disagreements that they came on, new friendships were formed, and God just really shows his faithfulness and his power and his plan. God always has an amazing plan, and that was really shown with Paul. So enjoy reading the story of Paul, and do your mapping, because you're going to have to do some every day this week on your map of drawing out their journey that they go on.